Hey, I have a second channel. Cube Comp MTDX. Hey everybody, here we're working on the Sleeper HP system. So, not to be confused with the Retro Sleeper HP system. But this is the first Sleeper HP system. It's a system I put together back in, I think, 2020. I had two of these cases. This one here and the other one I think is already gone now. It's I built a system into it and sold it earlier this year. It was a trade-in for that thing down there, which has lots of bad caps on the motherboard. Anyways, I will be eventually rebuilding a system in that one, but this one, the last thing I did with it was I did a video installing Zorin OS on it, and I must say it ran it beautifully. And I understand that some of my viewers who are fans of the Linux operating system may be sad to hear this news, but we're going to be putting Windows 10 22H2 back on the thing. Because my ultimate plan is I got a buddy of mine who is looking for a little bit better computer than what he currently has. This is a system I built for him a long time ago. And I must say, that system, I ain't going to tell you what it is. But it will definitely be very interesting if I can get my hands on it. And we had talked a while back. We had talked about doing a trade. I would get that system back, and I would, of course, supply him with something a whole lot better than what it was, or at least hardware-wise. Anyways, let's have a look inside here. So we have a Core 2 Quad Q6600 processor, and we have an NVIDIA GTS 450 graphics card. We have, I believe, 8 gigabytes of G.Skill DDR3 memory installed. Motherboard is an MSI. So let me find the model. Getting off the top of my head. G41M-P34. It just came to my head. Yeah, G41M-P34 is the model of this motherboard. It's a LGA 775 or Socket T motherboard for the Intel Core 2 Duo and Core 2 Quad CPUs. We have a Seagate 500GB hard drive, but that's not our boot device. Up here we have a SanDisk, I think it's a 240 or 256GB solid state drive. This is a drive that was actually pulled from a laptop a while back because it was having issues, and turns out a firmware flash eventually got it going. It was a family member's computer. So yeah, actually I think I did a video on that one a long time ago, but she had bought a new SSD when we put it in for her. So I put the new SSD in, and I saved this SSD, and eventually I was able to get it fixed. And the thing is, I could card all these videos in this video, but YouTube only allows like a maximum of 5 cards, so we'll see. Anyways, power supply is a Dell OEM unit made by Lite-On. It is an absolute monster of a power supply, considering what it is. I mean, look at it, it's just your typical gray, ugly looking power supply unit from a Dell system, but it is a 350 watt unit that can put out, yeah, I mean, it has two 12 volt rails, each are 18 amps apiece. 336 watts is the amount of power it can put out on just the 12 volts. So it's definitely an interesting unit for its time. Pretty 12 volt heavy for a 350 watt power supply. And it came with a 6-pin PCI Express power connection, which is now getting put to use in this system. This is probably the most demanding system it's ever ran. And when you put this thing under serious load, like you're running Furmark on the graphics card and you're running Prime on the CPU, that power supply fan will speed up. Yeah, I've tortured this thing pretty hard stress testing it a while back. And when you do that, you don't need your central heat, because this thing will heat your whole house for you. Maybe not your whole house, but you get the idea. The sucker is a space heater. like a Pentium D, almost as bad as a Pentium D. So, one thing I've done to it recently is, tonight, since I got this rebuilt e-machine system in for service my neighbor's computer, I just changed out the motherboard in it, and the motherboard I put in does not have a, or at least it does have a system fan header on the motherboard, but it does not control the fan speed. So this fan here was just going wide open, and the CPU is just a little Athlon 2 dual core 220. So obviously not a super hot running CPU by any means. So this system here, because this motherboard, same deal, the system fan header, the smart fan control does not control it, just runs it at full 12 volts. I had initially put in a temperature control fan that has a little thermistor built into the fan itself that would control the speed of the fan based on airflow temperature, or the temperature of the air flowing through it. But I found that, I mean, this case, it's just not that great for something that runs hot. I mean, the side panels have just just 4 little vents there. I mean, that's pretty pathetic. But it is a sleeper system, so I mean, kind of between a rock and a hard place. It has most of its ventilation on the front. So I stuck this 92mm fan in there out of the e-machine system, which that fan was not original to the e-machine. That's one I probably threw in there sometime back when. This fan really throws the air, but it does so pretty quietly. So I think it's a pretty decent little fit there. And this thing's running, it's running it idle right now, so the CPU fan is not kicking up or anything, but it will once you start really giving it some stuff to do. That fan will speed up a little bit. The core that's on that CPU is actually from an HP Media Center PC from probably 2006, 2005 maybe. It was indeed cooling a Pentium D processor. It is either a Pentium D820, which I think was a 2.8 GHz CPU, or it might actually have been a 3 GHz CPU that it was actually running, which was not the 820. But anyways, either of those two were definitely space heaters, and I figured, you know, if that cooler can handle a Pentium D, certainly it can handle a Q6600. And I mean, it's got heat pipes built into it. It's got super thin fins. I mean, it's pretty dang nice for an OEM cooler. It reminds me of some aftermarket coolers out there you can buy. Yeah, guys. Gonna be putting Windows 10 back on this thing. Now, I'm not gonna really do any video of that because, I mean, there's so many videos up on the channel already of me installing Windows 10. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and install Windows 10 back on this thing, and I'll probably do a little video clip afterwards to wrap up this video. And the temperature control fan ended up going into this e-machine's rebuild system because, I mean, this system runs cool enough to where, I mean, we can have this thing in there. It just moves just a tad bit of air, and that's perfectly fine for this thing. Okay, everybody, so got Windows 10 22H2 installed, and it's just running updates and stuff right now. I've installed things like Chrome, Firefox, just the essentials. But yeah, system seems to be running just fine now. Changing out that rear exhaust fan for the one that moves a lot of air has definitely helped thermals in this system. I mean, the CPU core has hardly ramped up its fan speed throughout the whole time of me installing software and everything like that. Now, if I throw some really hard stuff at it, yeah, I probably will increase that fan speed a bit. It does from time to time, generally. And also, the fact that it's cooler in here right now because it's during the cooler season of the year is also helping it too. But yeah, these old HP cases, they were not really good for ventilation. Matter of fact, when I open this little door here for what used to be a CD-ROM drive and stick my fingers right there, I can feel the air being sucked in. So yeah, there's the specs of what this computer originally had. I left these stickers on there just for the sleeper look. I did, however, I did stick on there a Intel Core 2 Quad sticker. Still got the original Windows XP sticker on there as well. Yeah, good to go. Who knows? This might be the last video of this computer, because I'm going to be contacting my friend to see if we can make arrangements to do the swap. And when I get the other system, I'll definitely have to cover it, because there's going to be some really interesting stuff about that system. To give you a little hint, it's actually a Socket 754 Athlon 64 setup. And you're thinking, oh, there's nothing real special about that. But just wait. If I get it, I'll have to show you. For sure. So anyways, that wraps it up for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that wraps it up for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to CubeComputer channel, and be sure to tick the bell. That way you get notified of new video posts. Also, I recommend following CubeComputer Company on Facebook. A link is in the video description. In addition to computer tech videos, I have a second channel, CubeCompMTDX. Links are available at the end of this video. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching and your support.